Hi everybody, welcome back. I am here with Student Government Association. First, I'd like to introduce Dorothy Parsons, who's the SGA president. Dorothy, who do you have here with us?
Julia Elstein, who's our Vice President for Financial Affairs, and Rachel Tomir, who's our Junior Class President and our Elections Commissioner, and Scribner, who is our mascot.
All right, well, welcome. Thank you all for being here. Why don't you, can you tell me a little bit about what SGA supports?
I guess I can start this one off. So SGA, we have around 200 different clubs that we support, but we also fund a couple of other initiatives. Like we have a lawyer that's accessible for any student who wants to have a short visit with a lawyer. We fund a New York Times subscription for the entire campus. We help fund our EMS system, or our EMS club, which is pretty interesting. Can you guys think of anything else that's pretty cool that we fund?
As you said, we fully fund all of the clubs on campus, which I think is a really kind of unique to Skidmore. I'm in clubs that interact with other campuses, and the clubs there do not get as much funding as we do. It's just a really great thing that we do.
So you mentioned that there's over 200 clubs and organizations on campus. Can you tell me about some of the ones that are unique to Skidmore?
So some of the ones that come to mind are our circus club. We have a lot of all-inclusive clubs on campus. For example, our all-inclusive a cappella group, all-inclusive dance club.
Well, our EMS is it's not necessarily unique, but it's really special to Skidmore that we have that. We also have a circus club, which I don't think anybody else has, which is pretty cool.
Humans versus zombies.
Yeah.
We have some cool dance clubs too, which is also pretty unique to Skidmore. I think a lot of my friends at other schools don't get those opportunities to dance in a less formal setting.
That's great. So how did you all get involved in SGA?
So when I was a first-year student here, me and my roommate, we both decided to run for our class council. And so what that is you help plan events for your class, and you get to sit on some cool committees. And from there, I kind of got really excited about it and moved on towards our Senate body. And what Senate is our policy-based body where you get to sit on different all-college committees, especially part of my position now. I think my favorite part about student government is that I get to be involved in parts of campus that are impossible to get involved in otherwise. I get to sit on, different committees. With Dorothy, that's chaired by the president, which is just an invaluable experience, getting to really understand the school and get to know some really important people here.
That's great.
Yeah, I have been involved in student government in high school, and so when I came to Skidmore and found out that we had a really thriving student government association, I was really interested in joining it and being a voice for the students, and kind of like Julia said, like getting to know what's happening on campus, being involved, and really feeling like I had the power to make change. And so kind of progressing through student government, having different positions, sitting on our executive committee as two different vice presidents has been really valuable. And I feel like I've learned a lot about the campus. I've learned a lot about myself. It's just been a really great experience.
Yeah, student government has been amazing. It's my favorite thing I do here by far. I love it so much. Sometimes I prioritize it over classes. Like, it's just the thing that I love. I joined freshman year as well. I was class secretary. And I've done some odd projects since then. Last year I did the Winter Wellness Commission, which sought to improve student social and emotional and mental health during the winter months. So that's continuing this year. I've also done some projects with CPR access on campus. So it's just really exciting to just be able to help people and to have a vision and work towards your goal, and you just learn so many amazing skills. It's just been amazing.
And I think that's one of the greatest things about SGA is that there's so many things that we're involved with and so many different things that we have access to. So you can kind of start a commission on winter wellness and look at mental health on campus, or you can get involved with changing a college policy. There's so many things that we do, from holding events to kind of overseeing all of our clubs to changing policy, and that's really cool that we're able to have all of that agency.
And so what are some of the things that you're involved in right now, or that are sort of kind of coming up?
So I as Vice President for Financial Affairs, I get to work with the college and sit on the Institutional Policy and Planning Subcommittee on Budget and Finance. Sorry, that's a mouthful. And what that committee does is we kind of look at the college budget every year, and we decide we approve the operating budget. We look at tuition increases. We look at peer and aspirant schools and what they're doing with their budgets and how they're allocating their money, looking at different things like that, which as an economics major is an invaluable committee to get to sit on. But also just by being on SGA, I was able to head a commission that's called It's Happening Here. It's our own version of a sexual and gender-based misconduct prevention campaign. And so we've been working on doing some kickoff events. We're hoping to maybe do have some cool speakers, maybe have a play next semester. And it's like in the talks of maybe having a conference of some sort, but we're still figuring it out. But, making sure that people know that it's not okay to do those types of things on Skidmore's campus, and, having awareness be a big part of your first year at Skidmore.
If other students want to get involved in SGA, how do they do that?
That's my favorite thing to talk about. So thank you. So we're actually right now in the middle of our self-nomination process for elections, because we're holding a special, sorry, I'm talking fast because I love elections. We are having a special election this week because a number of juniors are going abroad next semester. So we have a bunch of vacancies that we need to fill. So if anybody wants to join SGA, do it. It's amazing. But you would self-nominate through the link that was sent out by the Student Government Association email to all Skidmore students on Sunday night. So there's a link in there to a Google form. You just fill out your name, the position you're interested in, and then you go to a mandatory meeting on Friday. But we also have openings on a number of committees as well. And outside of elections, students can join SGA any day of the academic year, and I process those applications, and it's great. So if somebody would want to apply just for an individual committee, or in a position outside of elections, you'd have to go to the on SkidSync to the #HomeSync page, and then under forms, it's the willingness to serve form. You can also just go to SkidSync and search willingness to serve, and it'll get you there.
Well, and SkidSync is a really great thing to bring up. It's a platform that SGA purchased 2 years ago, and it's kind of a centralizing of like all of our clubs and events so that everyone can see what's going on, get involved in different clubs that they might have missed when they came to the SGA club fair or just didn't know how to get involved with, or if they want to get involved with SGA, they can join through that. It's like a really great portal that we're really trying to push.
And you can just see what's going on any given day and all the events that are happening.
And it's an easy way to join any club that you want. You can get put on any email list with the click of a button, which is something unique, because we've had in the past a problem where seniors are on lists for, or like graduates are, or I should say alumni are on these lists for years later, and they expand the list sometimes. So it's an easy way to avoid it, where you can just remove yourself or add yourself to any club. So you can, I get so many different emails from different clubs just because I'm interested in what's happening on campus, and it's the perfect way to just decide one day, oh, I'm interested in hearing what outing club's doing today, or I'm interested in hearing what circus club is doing today, and you get to do just that.
Yeah. That sounds really neat. So we got a little comment from our viewers that says, shout out, I love SGA, let's get speak.
Nay.
Well, thank you all so much for joining us. It was so great to talk to you. Keep up the good work. We'll be keeping our eye on all the exciting things happening on campus.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.